Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday night. Start of a new week. A weekend full of Silk Song was played. So much so that I feel like I played too much Silk Song over the weekend. I need at least a couple day recharge off of it. Maybe a full week recharge. We'll see. So instead, we're back to Process of Elimination. Fourth stream, I think of it. We had just finished Chapter 1 last stream. I don't think we really got much into Chapter 2. It's funny, I was thinking about it. I think I made mention, there was in this Process of Elimination game, there was like this robot thing that had like I think a bullseye red target circle light thing. And I was like, why does that look so familiar to me? And it wasn't until this morning while I was in the shower that I finally recalled what the robot looks like. And it's going to be a reference no one fucking is going to get, probably. But it reminded me, shape-wise, of the weird robot bit character in the CBS reality show Big Brother. There's a robot that comes on every season just to say jokes or whatever. It's like a staple of the show, named Zingbot, because of zings. It says a joke in you know, sometimes some biting joke to all the people still playing, and then it goes zing, zing. So it's called Zingbot, but it has the same shape as the thing that's of this robot. It's got that same like head shape. I just had to get that off my I had to make sure I put it to video, because I remember it was, I don't know if I said it out loud, but I was like, that the shape of the robot, because especially when I was doing the shadowed like figure, I was like, that outline looks like a robot, but I should know, and then I placed it. The last time we played was about 5 days ago, it looks like. Yeah, so Chapter 2, interesting Chapter 1. Very much tutorial as far as gameplay and setting up the characters and all. We know our cast. And then at the end of Chapter 1, we saw that Ideal Detective, I believe her name is, got attacked after she told everyone else to run and hide or get safe or whatever. She got attacked by the robot. And then the opening like movie thing played, which I love. I always love in a game. And then it made it seem like Ideal was such an important character, which it seemed like she was set up to be a very important character, but so much so that it seemed like she would have still been around. To the point where she looks like she was violently attacked by that robot. But I'm going to assume, from what I saw, that she's such an important character and saw so many scenes in that she has to have either survived the attack somehow, or it's a fake out, that she's not actually dead or hurt or something, or on the least likely, I would say, but maybe all scenes in the future we're going to get with her are like flashback visions or something. I don't know, but my guess is that she's not going to just die from this robot. Now, in 10 minutes, once I hit continue on this, I may be proven wrong. There's a possibility. But I'm going to say, if I don't say something that has the possibility of being wrong, then is it fun to watch at all? Let's go. Oh yeah, I gotta read. I forgot I read this. Okay, Saika! It's been 5 days since we played. Seeing the name there, I kind of almost forgot that his name was Incompetent Detective. I forgot so much things about this. Like I said, I played so much Silk Song, I might as well have not remembered anything else in my life. As I attempt to run toward her... Incompetent, you have to stay back! A hand reaches out and stops me from behind. I turn to meet Doleful's stern expression. He immediately starts to run, forcibly pulling me along. We can't wait what precious time our chief bought us. You had to make it out of this alive. Just audio slightly here. There we go. Doleful. I'm gonna come out and say it. It's Monday. It's Monday night. I can say inflammatory statements, potentially. Doleful, maybe my least favorite character of the bunch. And that's really saying something, because we have some stinkers, it feels like, in this cast. Doleful just doesn't bring enough to the table for me. A tear still lingered in Doleful's eyes. He must be grieving too, but despite that, he squashed down his feelings to soldier onward. Little am I gonna know that there's like a big Doleful fan group out there. And I'm kicking the beehive hornet's nest. One of those. Sorry, let's keep moving. I release his hand and run on my own. He's right. Our morning can wait. Right now, we need to survive this. Renegade, I sense a threat. It's coming from the cliff you're touching right now. Copy that. Impeccable timing, Dolly. As Doleful calls out, Renegade kicks the rocky face of the cliff beside him. Not one moment later, I hear loud rumbling from above us. All I ever do is attract danger. Stick around, see for yourself. There it is. There's the Zingbot with the target logo on its face, head, eyes. Rocks rain down, pummeling the black machine with an impact no human could survive. Once again, I'm shown how terrifying Doleful's power can be. However, okay. The automaton immediately bursts free from the rubble, letting out some kind of metallic war cry as it resumes motion. Eek, that didn't work. Not even a scratch. It's tougher than your average tank. Just the thought makes me tingle all over. Save your tingling for later. We managed to stall it out for a bit, so let's get going. Charge! A billowing voice erupts from behind. Oh yeah, full body tackle. I failed to notice the armor caught up to us until I see him clinging tightly to the black machine. They grapple like wrestlers. Armor must have seen Holmes' body, yet he still charged in without hesitation. What incredible resolve. But his strength is outclassed, if only just, and his massive frame is slowly being pushed back. My good compatriots, it matters not what becomes of me. You must press on post-haste. What? No, you're coming with us too, Armor. Nay, were I to let loose this metal beast, it would surely annihilate you all. Though I may have failed to protect Ideal Detective, I can still say the rest of... Armor, please. Armor Detective is prepared to give his life. It's no different from when Holmes gave hers. All I can do is watch helplessly. We have to escape. We need to escape. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hey, Armor, jump on the count of 3. Jump. Gourmet is suddenly standing next to me, and in front of her. Get a taste of the Japanese fighting spirit! Rowdy wields a massive log that I can only assume she picked up somewhere. Oh, you're so dashing, Rowdy. Remind me to give you a kiss later. hands to yourself. Rowdy hurls the log toward the black machine.
はい1 2の3
1, 2, 3.
3
3! The log rolls beneath armor as he leaps and smashes directly into the machine. The log seems to have lodged itself between its legs, compromising its balance completely. Feels like we finally made a dent in its armor, so to speak.
そうださっき地下でプラズマナックルっていう強そうな技があるって
Oh, that's right. You mentioned having plasma knuckles back in the basement. They must be incredibly powerful, right? Wait, who has plasma knuckles? Hmm?
そうか
I don't remember that.
了解である
He probably did, and I just don't remember. Verily, my good sir.
この右腕に蓄電し続けたエネルギー今こそ解放しよう
The time has come to unleash the energy stored within this right hand of mine. What is he gonna put? Alright, place your bets now. Is he going to do an actually really cool anime-like move, or is it gonna be a gag and he's gonna think he's doing a charging up for some great shot and he's gonna do nothing? I'm thinking the latter. I hear a loud crackling as Armor swings his right arm at the tottering black mass.
黒い必殺プラズマナック
Taste steel, fiend! Thine end is nigh! Plasma knuckles! With a thunderous crack, my vision is overwhelmed by a blinding flash of light. Oh, color me surprised. When my eyes adjust, I see the machine has been pushed back considerably. That must have been Armor's doing. His fearsome blow was aided by an electric current. Rather powerful one, evidently. Sounds like a Reggie Pokemon. The Regi, like Registeel or Regirock. They make that noise. Or Regigigas. This is Regirobot. I almost said Registeel, and then I was like, oh, that is one of them. But the metal thing doesn't look one bit addled. In fact, it seems ready to charge toward us at any moment.
不思議なのかあの黒いのは武装さん今のうちに逃げましょう
What? Is it invincible? Armor, now's our chance to run.
すまんプラズマナックルを打つと全身がしびれてしまって
My apologies, but in utilizing my plasma knuckles, my whole body has been rendered numb. Aw, shit. Well, Armor, it's nice knowing you. What? Armor moves so stiffly that I have no choice but to lend him my shoulder and run with all my might. We can't throw away this opening our combined efforts made for us. If it weren't for Holmes, we would have died before we got this far in the first place. Yep, that was the vision. The scene replays in my head. In the end, I couldn't bring myself to call her Saika, even when, deep down, I truly felt it was her. There's a button for seeing... 1 second. I just want to see... Hide show text. Circle. I just wanted to get a full image. I know it's colorized, but... Yeah, I mean... Do I think she... Do I think she comes back from this? Do we go back in time? Someone's... Incompetent's gonna have, like, time travel abilities or something. I can feel it. It's something. And now, there's no way to confirm if Holmes really was the girl I once knew. Damn it. Damn it. As we run, I vent my anger to no one in particular, but ultimately I'm angriest with myself. Armored Detective fought for our sake, yet all I can do is lend him my shoulder. After running for quite some time, we arrive at the manor where the others are waiting. My word, what is the meaning of this?
リーダーはどこに行ったんだい姿が見えないけど
And where's the chief? I don't see her. Oh, I got some bad news for you, buddy. The remaining detectives panic as they see the black mass approaching behind us. There's no time to elaborate.
説明は後です早く扉を開けてください
I'll explain later. Quick, open the door.
なんで庶民に命令されなきゃいけませんの？あなた、私がどれほど高貴な家系の出なのか分かって。
I'm tired of posh. I'm tired of posh spice detective. If she was murdered, I'd be alright. I would not shed a single tear. And why should I do the bidding of a commoner? Do you have any idea how prestigious my aristocratic family is?
あの黒いやべえのに追いつかれたら皆殺しにされんだよ。いいから早く扉開けて飛び込めこら。
That big black clunker's about to make mincemeat out of us. Now open the goddamn door and get inside, will ya? Clunker. No, I think nowadays people are saying clanker, right? I was gonna say, wow, this game 2 years in advance knew people were gonna start using that term around a lot. I think clanker. I don't know. Clunker?
わかりましたわよ。
Alright, already. Cowed by Rowdy's ferocity. Cowed. The group wordlessly rushes into the manor as soon as the lock clicks. Now we're back in the manor. We're gonna do all cases inside the manor, aren't we? That's what this is setting up to be. It's just a hunch. A loud banging echoes through the hall as the master repeatedly slams himself against the door. It continues, as if goading us to come out, but the door doesn't seem to budge an inch. I shudder to think what would have happened if we hadn't made it back in time. The door. It's...
大丈夫だよ。安心して。この洋館は組織の緊急避難場所でもある。
No need to fret. This manor doubles as an emergency shelter for the Alliance.
見た目は木製のこの扉だって中身は鋼鉄。窓だって防弾仕様だ。たとえ戦車の砲撃を受けたってびくともしないよ。
It may look like wood, but it's reinforced by steel. Plus, these windows are bulletproof. Not even tank shells could break through. The banging persists for several minutes until finally it goes quiet. But although our enemy seems to have relented, I can't relax one bit. I'm worried that monstrosity will come busting through the door at any moment. Oh yeah, bookish. What's that one's? Bookish detective, book clerk detective. The rest of the detectives are in the same boat. No one can mask their fear after that horrific thing came chasing after us. There's only one person in a good mood.
これは大変な事態になってしまったね。
Oh me, oh my, what a predicament we're in.
何がおかしいんですの？ホームズさんはどこへ行きましたの？あの奇妙な物体は何なんですの？状況を詳しく教えなさい。
What is there to make light of? Where's Holmes run off to? What on earth was that horrid thing? I demand an explanation.
おいおい、説明するまでもないだろう。
Whoa now, do you really need one?
我らがリーダー、理想探偵は死んだんだよ。あの黒い物体に切り刻まれてね。
Our chief, ideal detective, was killed. Cut down by that black whatever it was. Beg pardon? Renegade's words chilled the entire room. Those of us who are with Holmes hang our heads while the others look at Renegade with incredulous faces.
嘘ですわ。あの女は頭脳だけでなく武道の腕前だって達人級ですのよ。
Oh.
どうして彼女お得意の手品か何かなのでしょ？
Oh, pish posh. Ideal isn't simply intelligent. Her prowess in battle is unmatched. Surely this must be some clever ruse of hers.
そうに決まっていますわ。死んだと思わせて後からひょっこり顔を出してくるのです。本当に嫌な女ですわ。
Yes, that must be it. She's made us believe her to be dead. It's also she could come jumping out when it suits her fancy. Oh, that woman vexes me so.
いや、理想殿は確かに死んでいたぞ。
Nay, Lady Posh. I'm afraid Lady Ideal was undoubtedly slain.
あの黒い化け物が襲いかかってきたとき、我は真っ先に飛びかかり、その動きを止めた。
When that metal...
奴のボディから飛び出す刃に気づけず、兜に一撃を受け、わずかの間だが意識が飛んでしまった。
When that metal beast attacked, I leapt forth to impede it, but its blade struck my helm, upon which I fell momentarily unconscious.
ホームズさんを襲ったあの刃だね。生きていてよかったよ。
Those same blades attacked Holmes too. I'm glad your armor saved you.
ああ、確かに。 生きていたのは行幸だった。しかしあまりにも致命的な隙だったのだ。
Indeed. 'Tis fortunate that I yet breathe. However, my brief moment of weakness proved to be fatal.
意識を取り戻した我が見たのは理想殿が切り裂かれる瞬間だった。立ち上がってすぐに駆け寄ったが、その時にはすでに出血多量で事切れていたのである。
When I came to, I witnessed Lady Ideal being torn asunder. I rushed to her side in a trice, but it was too late. She had breathed her last.
本当に無念だ。我が奴の隠し刃に気づいていれば、あと少し早く意識を取り戻し、理想殿の盾となれていれば。
Whoa, the bitter sting of regret. Had I only espied those hidden blades sooner, or awoken faster, I could have shielded her.
我がもっと強ければ。くそ
If only I had been stronger. If only. Curses! Curses! The entrance hall reverberates with the sound of armor's gauntlets pounding against the floor. No one doubts his testimony. How could we? He's far too stricken by grief for it to be a performance.
さて、状況を整理しておこうか。
Alright, let's clear some things up.
俺たちは敵の罠にまんまとはめられてリーダーを殺されてしまった。その上外に謎の怪物を放たれて外部から遮断された状態だ。
We walked straight into the enemy's trap, and our chief was killed. Now the metallic monster's out there, we have no way of leaving.
とにもかくにも俺たちはしばらくこの洋館で生活するしかなくなったというわけだ。
At this point, our only option is to lay low for a while and stay put in this manor.
同志探偵たちを殺した犯人、八つ咲公が潜んでいるであろうこの洋館でね。
The very same place where Senior Detective's murderer, the quartering Duke, still hides.
八つ咲公が潜むこの洋館で。
This manor, where the Duke is hiding. Everyone falls silent at Renegade's words. According to Holmes' theory, the Duke is still somewhere within Gormenghast. What's worse, he could actually be hiding within our ranks. Nobody says a word, but it's obvious that all of us have begun eyeing one another with distrust. If this was his plan all along, then the Duke is even more formidable than I thought. Here in this room is a closed circle, detectives, with each one suspecting the rest. We've been lured into an extraordinary dilemma, one that I've yet to see in the pages of any mystery novel. Renegade Detective's words leave the hall deathly quiet.
私たちがやるべきことなど決まっていますわ。
It's obvious what we must do. Posh is the first to break the silence.
理想探偵が語っていたこの洋館に潜んでいる八つ咲公を見つけ出すのです。
We
理
must
想探偵を殺した犯人もどう
That was
せ
too
そ
long
の
of
方
a
でしょ
pause,
うから
Posh.
ね。
We must expose the Duke lurking within these walls. As Ideal Detective suggested, I'd wager he was responsible for her demise as well.
家族さんはショックを受けていないんですか？
Wow, Posh. Aren't you phased at all?
受けていないわけがないでしょ。
And what makes you assume I'm not?
大声を出してごめんあそばせ。私のような上流階級とて人間。理想探偵の死にショックは受けていますわ。
I apologize for my volume. Even an aristocrat such as myself would be shocked by Ideal Detective's passing.
ですが、だからこそ今すぐにでも犯人を見つけなければなりません。
But
彼
that,
女の意志を継ぎ、この組織を率いるリーダーが必要なのです。
but that only serves to emphasize my point. We need to find the culprit at once, and this group needs a chief to carry on our vision.
そしてリーダーにふさわしいのはこの私。
Oh God.
家族探偵以外にありえませんわ。卑劣な作戦で理想探偵を死に追いやった犯人を必ず見つけ出してみせましょう。
That being said, there's none better suited than yours truly, Posh Detective. I swear to uncover the cad behind Ideal Detective's untimely end.
早速この館の捜査を始めますので失礼いたしますわ。
I shall be commencing my investigation at once, so if you'll excuse me.
ちょっと家族さん、単独行動は危険ですよ。私もついていくから待ってください。
But, Posh, working alone is too dangerous. Hold on, I'll come with you. Workaholic scurries after Posh as she strides toward the hallway by herself. I consider going after her, but stop myself. Things should be fine as long as Workaholic is with her.
それじゃあ俺は自分の部
Feel
屋
like
で
something
も見
bad's
てくる
gonna
かな
happen. The classic trope of people splitting up. Well, now's as good a chance as any to take a peek at my room.
自分の部屋そんなのが割り当てられているんですか？
Your room? Are they assigned to us?
ああ、この洋館はそもそも私たちのような外部からの客が泊まるための宿泊施設なんだ。
Naturally, this manor was designed to host guests from the outside world, such as us.
まあ、これだけ多くの客が来ることなどめったにないゆえ、一部のものは相部屋になっているがな。
Though it's unusual for there to be so many at once, so some of us will have to share.
無能探偵は理想探偵が使うはずだった101号室を使うといい。部屋の鍵は各部屋の中にあるそうだ。
Incompetent, you may take room 101, the one Ideal would have used. You'll find the keys within it.
ホームズさんの部屋に僕が。
So I'll be staying in Holmes' room. I'm not sure what to think. I failed to do much of anything. Does someone like me really deserve a private room?
気分が沈んだ時こそよく食べ、よく眠れ。
During times of emotional distress, it is more vital than ever to eat and sleep well. Mystic speaks to me as if reading my mind.
私にも気持ちはわかる。目の前で誰かを救えなかった時、無力な自分を責めてしまうのは仕方がないことだ。
I know it feels to lack the power to save those who are right in front of you. Helpless, you blame yourself, but what's done is done.
そんな状態の時はしっかりと休息を取るといい。十分な休息があって初めて人は正しい判断ができるのだからな。
At times like this, you must focus on repose. Only a rested mind can render proper judgment.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Mystic.
ブン、今日は部屋に戻ってもう眠るぞ。お前も早朝からずっと起きっぱなしで疲れただろう。
Bookie, let us retire to bed ourselves. You must be tired after being up and about since early this morning.
全然平気と少女は凛と反論した。
I'm fine, said the girl in a dignified manner.
凛としているどころか目がトロンとしているじゃないか。
Huh. Dignified, was it? Your eyes are drooping shut.
では皆の衆、また明朝に食堂で会おう。明日の朝食はこの私が本場のイギリス料理を振る舞おうと思うぞ。
Now then, everyone, let us reconvene tomorrow for breakfast. I shall be preparing authentic British fare for you all to enjoy. Having said his piece, Mystic takes Bookworm's hand and leads her up the staircase.
念のための確認なんだけど、科学ちゃんのフレンズを使っても外部との連絡は取れないのよね。
Out of curiosity, Techie, even if we use those fiends of yours, we still couldn't get in touch with the outside world, correct?
ええ、研究棟と同様です。あらゆるフレンズを使ってみたのですが、連絡できません。
That's right. It's just like the research facility. I tested each of them, but none were able to establish a connection.
おそらくこの島の通信用のアンテナが破壊されているのだと思います。
My theory is that Morg's communications antenna may be damaged.
外部と連絡を取るためには島の中からアンテナを見つけ出すこと、そのアンテナを修理することの大きな2つの課題をクリアしなければなりません。
There are two issues we need to address before we can make external contact. First, locate the island's antenna, and secondly, fix it.
この洋館に閉じ込められている限り、どちらも難しそうですね。
Doing either will be pretty difficult while we're locked inside this manor.
だからこそ犯人ちゃんはこちらに閉じ込めたのね。まるで全然サービスしてくれないお祭りの屋台みたいにいやらしい計画だわ。
That must be why that slippery little Duke trapped us here. His plan is as nasty as a food stall that refuses to serve you.
美食さん
Gourmet? I address her without thinking, surprised by the intensity so unlike her usual self. Gourmet immediately softens her expression in response.
ちょっと疲れてお顔がこわばっちゃったわ。ごめんなさいね、無能ちゃん。
Sorry about that, incompetent. Seems my face is a bit stiff from a lack of sleep.
今日はもうお風呂でぬくもって、そのままお休みしちゃうわ。
I'm gonna go.
みんなも夜更かししちゃダメよ。
I'm gonna go soak in the tub and head to bed. Don't stay up too late, okay, everyone?
私たちはみんなで協力して、ホームズちゃんの敵を撃たなきゃいけないんだからね。
We all need to work together if we hope to bring Holmes' killer to justice, after all.
僕も作りたいものがあるので自室に戻ります。明日の朝皆さんにお見せしますね。
I'm headed to my room too. I've got something I want to prepare for tomorrow. I'll show you guys in the morning. With that, Techie and Gourmet exit toward the back of the entrance hall. Downtown, Rowdy, Armor, Doleful, and myself remain behind.
無能くん、本当にごめんなさい。
Incompetent. I'm so sorry.
飛躍さん
What do you mean, Doleful? Doleful walks towards me and suddenly bows his head. I have no idea why he's sorry. What could have happened?
どうして謝ったんですか何かありましたか
What are you apologizing for? Did something happen?
だってきっと僕の体質のせいでリーダーは死んだから。
Because the chief was killed as a result of my ability. That's why.
リーダー一人なら無事に逃げてこられたはずなんだ。それを僕が無理に同行したから、僕のせいでまた人が死んでしまった。
If she'd been alone, she would have escaped to safety. But I insisted on coming along, and now someone is dead because of me. Again.
飛躍さん
Doleful. The boy is cowering more than usual. He did mention before that his ability drew danger to himself. Maybe that has something to do with why he's so shaken.
顔を上げてください飛躍さん
Keep your chin up, Doleful. Huh?
過去に何があったかは知りませんけどあなたのせいではありませんよむしろあなたは機動探偵と協力して時間を稼いでくれたじゃないですか
I don't know what happened in your past, but this wasn't your fault. In fact, you and Renegade bought us some time, remember?
二人が落石で足止めをしてくれていなかったら僕らは間違いなく全滅していましたよ
If you two hadn't slowed that thing with those rocks, I know for a fact that none of us would have survived. That slight delay was what allowed Armor to catch up in time to coordinate with Rowdy and Gourmet. While I was frozen in place, Doleful and Renegade assessed the situation and immediately sprung into action. Two top-class detectives like them are more than deserving of admiration.
僕なんて突っ立っているだけで何もできなかったあの場で責められるべき奴がいるとしたらそれは僕です僕に力があればホームズさんだって守れたのに
If anyone's at fault, it's me, the one who stood there doing nothing. If I were stronger, I might have been able to protect Holmes.
それは違うぞ無能殿
Nay, utter falsehood, sir incompetent. Huh? What? Armor suddenly envelops Doleful and me in a strong embrace.
リーダー殿を守るのは我の使命だったのだ無様に気絶し守りきれなかった我こそが責められるべきなのである
'Twas my duty to protect the chief, yet I was failed most shamefully. The fault lies with me for failing to keep her safe. Nothing I like more than a group of characters all being like, no, it was my fault. No, it was my fault. No, it is my fault. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
それに無能殿はあの時我に的確な指示を出してくれたではないか
I mean, it's like the perfect concoction of characters. It's literally a detective called incompetent, and then it's doleful, Almost said woeful. And then you have armor, chivalrous armor detective. It's like all of the personality types that would be like, no, I should have done something more. Oh, it's my fault. I'm incompetent today. Was it not you, sir, incompetent, who gave such confident direction in our time of need?
的確な指示って
Confident direction?
そうだ、さっき地下でプラズマナックルっていう強そうな技があるって。
Oh, that's right. You mentioned having plasma knuckles back in the basement. They must be incredibly powerful, right?
そうか、了解である。
Verily, my good sir.
あの時の我は完全に焦り、鎧の機能のことなど忘れていた。無能殿に指示を出してもらえて、本当に助かったのである。
While under duress, I had forgotten the features my armor possessed. Your reminder was a treacherous boon.
いや、あの時はただ必死で、武装さんなら何とかしてくれると思っていたから。
No, that was just me panicking. If anything, I was counting on you to save us.
とっさにあのような指示を出せるなど素晴らしいではないか。無能殿はあの時確かに我以上に我の取るべき行動を理解してくれていたのだ。
How wondrous it is that you're able to direct me so swiftly. Hey, you knew even better than myself what action I should take.
この恩は決して忘れない。お主の命は必ず我が守り抜くから安心してくれ。
I shall be forever in your debt. Fear not, as from here on, I vow to protect your life.
はい、男どもストップ。傷の舐め合いはそこまでにしようね。
Okay, that's enough, guys. Can we put the kibosh on this pity party already? Downtown saying what we're all thinking in our minds. Downtown detective stays winning.
いた。
Ow. Eek. Clearly annoyed, Downtown gives us each a smack on the head.
リーダーが目の前で死んで落ち込むのはわかるけどさ、ぶっちゃけ責任の所在を求めたって仕方ないっしょ。
Like, I know you're bummed about seeing her die and all, but real talk, what's the point in trying to take the blame?
慰め合っても気分が良くなるだけ。今のうちらに必要なのは、これからどうするかを考えることだってば。
Sure, licking your wounds might make you feel better, but that's it. What we need is to think about where to go from here.
そうですね。ごめん、渋谷さん。
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Downtown.
また謝った。無能先輩も飛躍先輩もごめん多すぎ。
Oh my god, you're apologizing again. You said sorry way too much.
うちと一緒にいるときはごめん禁止ね。次行ったら下にピアス開けてもらうから。
No more sorries around me, okay? Do it one more time, and you're gonna get a tongue piercing. Eek, I'm sorry.
飛躍さんストップ。早速言いかけてる。
No, Doleful, stop. You can't say it. Downtown giggles as she watches me bring Doleful to a skidding stop.
おーい、食堂の食い物を温めるから一緒に食おうぜ。お前らも飯の途中だっただろ。
Yo, I'm heating up some grub in the dining hall. Anyone fixing to join? Never did finish eating, right?
そういえばそうだったね。
Actually, yeah, now that you mention it.
せっかくだしさ、みんなでご飯でも食べながら今後のことを話さない？ちょっとはいい案も出るっしょ。
This will be a nice chance to chow down and hash out our next move. Who knows? Maybe we'll come up with something good.
明暗である。糖分が枯渇すると脳細胞はちゃんと働いてくれぬからな。
An excellent proposal, Lady Downtown. Without sugar, my brain lacks proper function.
あなた脳細胞を働かせて話してるの？それで？
What? Your brain functions? Like, for real?
ひどいぞ渋谷殿。我だっていつも脳細胞はフルスロットルなのである。ただ燃費が悪いとだけ。
How cruel, my lady. My brain is perpetually operating at full horsepower. Simply gets poor mileage.
僕もご一緒させてもらいますね。 大した意見は出せないと思いますけど。
I'll join too then. I doubt I'll contribute much, but still.
無能くん
Incompetent? As we follow Armor downtown to the dining room, I feel a doleful tug at my sleeve, stopping me midway.
さっきは励ましてくれてありがとう。まだしばらく吹けれそうにはないけど。
Thank you for cheering me up a bit ago. It'll probably still take me some time to work through all of it, but...
ちょっとだけ胸が楽になったよ。君は本当に優しい人だね。
I do feel a little better thanks to you. You really are quite kind, you know?
ひ玉さん。
Doleful. Doleful's beautiful golden eyes look directly into mine. Oh, they're sharing a moment right now. His beautiful golden eyes. His gaze imparts a sense of heartfelt trust, one completely different from what he'd been conveying up until now. This feels like the first time since my arrival on the island that I've actually been acknowledged as a detective. I'm so happy I could cry, as gauche as that sounds.
よかったじゃないか、ワト君。君の努力の賜物だよ。
I'm quite pleased for you, Watto. Seems your efforts are paying off. Huh? Yeah, I'm confused as well. What is this? I hear a familiar voice right behind me and quickly spin around. But the owner of the voice is nowhere to be seen. Was it just my imagination? Oh shit. Secret fourth option to what I was saying at the top of the stream. She might be a ghost. She just hangs around as a ghost and maybe only fucking incompetent detective can hear or see her. Shit, she might be a ghost. That means his power. Maybe he's fucking like a spirit medium. Or she somehow is linked to him in her dying moments. She chose one person to haunt. There's nowhere to hide around here, so it must have been in my head. It had to be.
無能くん、急に後ろを振り返ってどうしたの？
Incompetent? Why did you turn around so suddenly?
ごめん。ちょっと空耳が聞こえただけです。気にしないでください。
Sorry, I thought I heard something. Don't worry about it.
僕なんかの言葉で元気が出たなら嬉しいです。これからたくさん探偵としての知識を学ばせてくださいね。
Makes me happy to know my words could help. I'm hoping to learn all sorts of things about being a detective from you going forward.
僕なんかでよければ喜んで。
And I'd be happy to teach you. As long as you're alright with that, I mean.
でも一つだけ条件をお願いできるかな？
But, could I just ask one thing in return?
ええ、もちろんです。何でも言ってください。雑用でも何でもやりますよ。
Yes, of course. Whatever you need. Odd jobs, chores, anything at all.
そんなひどい内容じゃないよ。僕と話すときは敬語はやめてほしいってだけ。
Huh, nothing so serious. Just like if you could be a little more casual around me.
敬語？どうしてです？
Casual? What do you mean?
続きは食堂で話そうか。きっと他のみんなも僕と同じ気持ちだと思うから。
Well, let's keep talking in the dining room. I'm sure the others feel the same way. Dining table. Doleful Detective and I join the others in the dining room and begin preparing the food. We reheat the soup, lightly toast the baguettes in the oven, and divide the salad between us. We then gather around the table and, following Downtown's lead, dig in.
ああ、無能先輩の敬語、うちも気になってたんだよね。
Seriously, Incompetent? Ever since we met, I've been like, dude, why is this guy so closed off? As we begin to eat, the topic of my stiff behavior is brought up with everyone. Downtown chimes in while painting her nails. I don't know. Maybe it was because everyone accused me of killing Senior Detective there at the beginning. I was viewed as an outsider from the start. You know, just a hunch. Downtown chimes in while painting her nails.
年齢的には上なんだし、
うちにも敬語やめてね。なんかゾワゾワしちゃうし、うちは使わないから。
I mean, you're older than me, so it's kind of weird for you to be so professional, you know? It's not like I do that to you, right?
でも探偵としてはみんなの方がキャリアが上だし、探偵同盟という組織の中では一番の新米だし。
But everyone here has had a longer career as a detective. All I am is the newbie.
小さいこと気にすんなって。俺なんて厨房なのに漁師のおやすさんにもタメ口聞いてたぜ。
You worry too much. I'm just a middle schooler and I don't worry about all that junk. Still called senior pops and all that, see?
あんたは使わないんじゃなくて使えないんでしょうが。まったくこの文明未開拓がある。
Like you'd ever respect a hierarchy. A wild child like you wouldn't know jack about social stratification.
文明未開拓ガール？なんだか知らねえけどかっこいいな。気に入った。
Strata vacation? No clue what that means, but I like the sound of it.
俺はこれから文明未開拓ガールの大和探偵様を名乗るぜ。
Rowdy detective, at your service. Stick with me and I'll send you on a strata vacation.
いや、そんな暴走族のチーム名みたいなものじゃないから。
That just sounds like you're a mobster threatening to put me 6 feet under.
我は言葉などいかようでも構わん。重要なのは言葉ではなく相手に対する敬意があるかどうかだ。
The words you choose matter not. What is of true importance is that you respect your fellow man.
無能殿からは我々への、いや、全ての探偵へのリスペクトを感じる。言葉遣いなど気にしないのである。
I, for one, feel that Sir Incompetent does indeed respect me. Nay, all of us. One needn't get in a lather over their manner of speech.
僕も大切なのは気持ちだと思うんだ。
I think that feeling matters most as well.
僕らは年も近いし、お互いにタメ口で話そうよ。
We're close in
も
age.
そっちの方が楽でしょ。
We're close in age, so let's keep it casual. It'll be easier that way, right, Incompetent?
それはそうだけど。
I guess, but still. Downtown, who is seated next to me, throws her arm around my shoulder as I mumble.
はい、決まり。次に敬語を使ったらヤマトちゃんのパンチを一回受けること。
Alright, that's that. Next time you act all stuffy with us, Rowdy gets to punch you.
いちいち罰ゲームが重くない？そこまでの重責を負うことでもないでしょう。
These are downtown's rules. Does everything need to have a punishment attached? Is it really that big a deal?
平気平気。飛脚ちゃんも一緒に付き合ってくれるから。
Chill out, dude. Let Doleful be a part of this too.
僕もどうして？
Me? Why?
だって君もたまに敬語になるじゃん。人の振り見て我が振りメンバーってやつだよ。
Cause you do the same thing, duh. You're always all monkey see, monkey do.
我が振りメンバー？
What's that supposed to mean?
安心しな。一発で楽にしてやるよ。
Relax. I won't have any trouble smacking you.
実質一発アウトだ。
Eek, don't actually hit me. Doleful cries out with remorse, his voice echoing through the halls of the manor.
無能殿、食事が全然進んでいない様子だが、平気か？
Sir Incompetent, you've touched nary a scrap of your supper. Are you unwell? Armor, who is also seated beside me, shoots me a worried glance. It seems he's noticed that I haven't taken as much as a bite yet.
大丈夫だよ。ありがとう。
I'm fine, thanks.
食べないといけないって分かってはいるんだけど、体が全然受け付けてくれなくてね。
I know I need to eat, but my body just won't cooperate.
あのような事件の後なのだ。無理もあるまい。
One can scarcely blame you for that after what we've been borne witness to. Armor places a hand on his helmet. There's a faint scratch where his temple would be.
それって例の黒い何かにやられた傷？
Did the black machine give you that scratch?
ああ、この鎧さえ着ていれば深くは取らぬと油断していてな。手痛い一撃を受け、 意識を失ってしまった。
Indeed it did. I trowed myself invincible so long as I wore this armature, only to be struck a bitter blow, keeling over.
父の開発した鎧を過信していたのだ。我は不栄不動の境地に至り、この身を完璧な鎧とすべく生きてきた。
I relied too heavily upon the suit my father crafted. I sought to become the perfect armor, immovable, indestructible, a foolhardy blunder. Armor clenches his fist as he speaks. His steel-wrapped fingers creak, like an anguished moan stifling its despair.
次に対峙する際は、我は必ずあの奇妙なからくりメカを粉砕してみせよう。我が命と誇り、そして磨き上げてきたこの鎧にかけてな。
When next we meet, I vow that I shall pulverize that blasted contraption. I swear it upon my life, my honor, and my polished suit of silver.
平気そうに見えたけど、武装さんもまだ事件のことを引きずっていたんだね。少しほっとしたよ。
You seemed composed, but I guess you were shaken up by what happened too, huh? It makes me feel a bit better, in a way.
ホームズさんの死から立ち直れずにいるのが僕だけじゃないと分かって。
It's good to know that there's someone else here who hasn't recovered from Holmes' death.
お主や我だけではないさ。
'Tis not us alone. Armor gestures with his chin toward the other seat at the table.
みんな態度には出さないだけで、多かれ少なかれショックを受けているはず。明日以降のために無理やり口へ詰め込んでいるのだろう。
It may not reveal it upon their faces, but they too feel some degree of shock. They simply force it down for the morrow's sake.
食べられぬからといって自分を責めてはいけないぞ、無能殿。人死にになれぬ身で親しいものを失えばショックを受けて当然なのだ。
Your absent appetite is no cause for reproach, sir incompetent. You, a stranger to death, have lost someone dear. 'Tis only natural.
そうだね。
Yeah, you're right.
気持ちを切り替えるべく意識的に明るく話しているんだ。防ぐことのできなかった悲劇に心が負けないようにな。
Such cheer is intentionally projected so as to cope with the tragedy we failed to prevent.
悲劇を日常と思う者に探偵を名乗る資格はない。
Anyone who considers death and violence a daily reality has no business calling themselves a detective.
悲劇を憎み、勇気を持って覆せるような強い心を持った者こそが探偵なんだ。
Those who are brave, who abhor tragedies and work tirelessly to reverse the damage they cause, those are the true detectives.
だからワト君、君も強くあれ。どんな悲劇にも負けない本物の探偵になるんだ。
So too must you steel yourselves, Watto. Watto. Be a true detective, one who will never give in, no matter what may befall you. I recall Holmes' words from no more than a few hours ago. She had such high hopes for me, but we were parted for good before I ever had the chance to live up to them. So now, there's only one thing I can do.
食事が喉を通らないなんて言っている場合じゃない。
This is no time for me to complain about how hard it is to eat. I lift my spoon, which had been sitting idly this entire time, and slurp up a mouthful of soup. It should taste good. I can smell its aroma, yet the flavor is cold and lifeless, as if my body is rejecting it. I tense, forcing myself to swallow.
無能殿、苦しそうだが平気か？無理はしない方が。
Sir incompetent, is something amiss? You needn't strain yourself.
へっく、強くなるためにもちゃんと食べなきゃいけないから。
I'm fine. I've got to eat if I want to get strong. You're gonna eat that soup and you're gonna fucking like it, dude. I take another sip of the flavorless liquid and shove some bread in my mouth. It's bland and dry, like eating a sponge, but I managed to keep it down.
生き残った僕にできるのはホームズさんが残してくれた言葉に従うこと。ただそれだけだ。
As a survivor, the only thing I can do is follow the lessons our chief left behind.
ホームズさん、見ていてください。
Holmes, I hope you're watching. I am watching. I'm a ghost. That's what I predict is going to happen. Tears stream down my face. Whether it's from the stress, the food, or something else, I can't say. I just let them flow as I continue to eat. If not a ghost, then some kind of like psychic link that she is able to connect with him from like the dead world. She has some connection to him, obviously, assuming she's telling the truth that, you know, she's the same person from back then. I don't know. There's so many questions. There's so... See, normally... Okay, let's break this down. Normally, in a thing like this, a character such as Ideal Detective says, yeah, I'm that same girl from back then. And then we, as the player, as the reader, would go like, oh, that seems too perfect. That can't be true. Even if our main character, protag, would be like, no, that can't be true. Or no, he would be like, oh, no, I fucked that up. Let me take that back. So they say that. They say, Ideal says, yeah, I'm the same girl. And we, as the reader, knows that that can't possibly be true, at least how it portrayed it, because it showed her like getting attacked and dying back then, and our main character at the time said that she died. But then normally you would see like the main character be like, but it's just too perfect, and he wants to believe that that was her, right? That they're the same person. So then that's like the normal mystery. But this is taking the slightly opposite route, where she says she is, the main character says there's no way in hell. He doesn't believe it. And then us, as the player, I'm not explaining this well, but us as the player are then like, okay, wait, if the game was trying to convince us, potentially, and this was going to be a mystery, basically, if the game was trying to convince us that that was the same person, the same girl, then it would make more sense to have the protag be like wanting to believe it's true, because then we have the protag working against us, the reader, who knows that usually that would be thrown as a mystery, and then it's going to be later revealed, no, that can't have happened, and she's some other random person. Or how does she know? Like a mystery we get to hold on to and try to solve later on is, okay, how, if that's not her, how does she know of that situation and stuff? How does she know him? But in this case, it's the slight opposite, where he's like, no, that can't be her, and then we as the protag are like, wait, so then should we take the opposite stance? Should we work against our own character? Because normally, I keep saying normally, I'm just saying from examples, right? We usually, visual novels work because the protag we play as and read through their thoughts and everything usually runs counter against what we as the reader try to figure out through mysteries or information we know. And that's usually the play, the interplay between the reader and the main protagonist. But in this, we're getting the opposite, where he doesn't want to believe, so then it's like, okay, does the game want us to actually think that is her? I did a terrible job at explaining all that. If you could make sense of what I was trying to say, good on ya. It's Monday brain trying to make a point. I think I already read this, but I'll just read it again. Tears stream down my face, whether it's from the stress, the food, or something else I can't say. I just let them flow as I continue to eat. I swear I'll take down whoever did this. Just you wait and see. Thanks for the meal. After chewing with every fiber of my being, I finally finished my food. But for some reason, when I look around, everyone's eyes are wide like saucers. What's wrong, guys? What's wrong? Dude, you were just horking that stuff down in dead silence while crying up a river. Like, hello?
あんたマジで平気かよ。辛いことがあるなら何でも俺に言えよな。
You sure you're alright, bro? If you got something on your mind, just come out and spill the beans.
無能殿、我らはいつでもお主の力になるのである。
Verily, we are always at the ready to lend you our strength, Sir Incompetent.
心配かけてごめんね。
Sorry to make you all worry. This isn't good. I got so lost in my head that I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. Getting too worked up about things has always been a bad habit of mine. I let out a deep sigh and began speaking quietly enough that no one else can hear.
ホームズ曰く、仕事こそが悲しみを癒す最高の解毒薬だ。八崎港事件の解決に全力で取り組もう。
According to Holmes, work is the best remedy for sadness, so I'm going to put all of my effort into solving this quartering Duke case. Our meal continues quietly. When I next look at the time, it's already past midnight. As we tidy up, the formerly tense atmosphere seems to have relaxed quite a bit.
ヤマトちゃんと無能先輩はさ、なんで探偵になったわけ？
Alright, I always like when this bass music comes. Doom, 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 doom. Someone's taking a bass for the walk. Boom, 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 doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Hey, Rowdy, incompetent. What made you become detectives in the first place?
は？唐突だな。話に夢中になりすぎて皿を落とすなよ。
The hell's this coming from? Don't go daydreaming so much that you drop a plate. Rowdy scowls while drying the dinnerware with a surprisingly delicate touch. Downtown snorts as she washes the dishes.
大丈夫だって。うちはコミュ力特化の探偵、渋谷探偵ちゃんだよ。
It's all good. I'm downtown detective, remember? Communication's like my whole shtick. Also, I know I probably shouldn't be making like so many predictions as I have been doing. I feel like downtown detective's in danger. You know, it would make sense to kill the one who's like level-headed, has got her shit together, is rallying kind of like the less competent, you know, detectives. Pun not intended there. But like the more like shy or rattled detectives, like incompetent or doleful, woeful. I'm hoping I'm wrong.
どっかのバカ鎧みたいに皿を割っちゃったりしないって。
I'm not gonna drop any plates, unlike tin for brains over there.
本当にすまなかったのである。料理では手助けできなかったから、せめて皿洗いは手伝いたく。
My deepest, sincerest apologies. As I could not assist with the cookery, I only wished to help where I was able.
大声出すなバカ鎧。あんたはそっちでおとなしくテーブル拭いときな。
Pipe down, air helmet. Just be a good knight and wipe down the table, okay?
合点承知である。破片の掃除を任せてしまって誠申し訳ない無能殿。
Understood. Sir Incompetent, I beg your forgiveness for burdening you with the shattered shards of my blunders.
気にしないでよ。掃除は得意だからね。
It's fine. Cleaning's my special skill after all. In fact, it was my main responsibility back at the agency. Without me around, the office gets buried under dust and beer cans in no time. I sweep up the broken plate with a broom and dustpan, silently praying that Mr. Gunjoji's taking care of the housework while I'm out.
話は戻るけどさ、なんで二人は探偵になったの？皿を洗ってる間暇だし、教えてよ。
So, like I was saying, what made you want to be detectives? These dishes are gonna take some time and I just gotta know.
俺は大した理由じゃねえよ。
Meh, it's nothing too special.
生まれて初めて自分より強い人に出会って、その人が探偵だったから探偵になった。それだけだ。
First person I ever met who was stronger than me was a detective, so figured I'd become one too. That's all.
ヤマトさんより強い人。どんな男性なんですか？
Even stronger than you, Rowdy? What kind of guy was he?
バーカ。女だよ、女。でも、その人の拳はどんなヤンキーよりも、ヤーさんよりも半端なくてよ。
It was a lady,
パンチ
dumbass.
一発で惚れちまったのさ。
My bad. It was a lady, dumbass. A lady. Is she harder than any thug or gangster? You could say it was love at first punch.
それ以来、その人を超えて地上最強の探偵になるべく、
努力を続けているってわけだ。
Ever since, I've been trained to beat her and become the strongest detective in the whole wide world.
史上最強って
The whole wide world, even?
いや、目指す方向性ずれてない？地下の闘技場で戦う系の探偵になっちゃわないでよ。
Isn't that a little sketch, though? Better not turn to one of those detectives who does underground fighting.
んで、無能先輩は？探偵への憧れは人一倍強そうだけど、何かルーツでもあるの？
How about you, incompetent? Seem pretty big into detectives. Like, way more than most. What's the story there?
僕を
Well...
昔友達が目の前で殺されたことがあってね。誰かを守れるような探偵になろうと思って頑張ってきたんだ。
A long time ago, I witnessed my friend's murder. Ever since, I've wanted to become a detective who could protect others.
そうだったんだ。ごめんね、軽いノリで聞いちゃって。
Oh, geez. Sorry for making you dredge that back up.
あ、いや、こっちこそ急に重い話でごめん。僕はまだ誰かを守れるような探偵じゃないから、自分を戒めるためにもルーツを言葉にしてみたんだ。
Oh, no, it's my fault for making things so heavy. I haven't exactly reached that goal yet, so I'm mostly saying this as a way to push myself.
ここから強くなるためにね。
That way I can work toward getting stronger.
そう思えるだけで十分強いと思うけどね。
I don't know. The fact that you can think of it that way tells me you're plenty strong already. Come again?
あはー、こっちの話気にしないで。
Nah, ignore me. It's nothing important.
おいおい、俺らばっかり話をさせてずりーぞ。お前のルーツも話せよ、渋谷。
Hey, what's the big idea? Making us do all the talking. How about you tell us why you're a detective downtown?
はい、皿洗い終了。お話の続きはまた次回ってことで。
Well, all done with the dishes. Tune in next time for the thrilling conclusion.
おい、逃げんなこら。
What the? You get back here.
それじゃあ明日の朝は7時に食堂で集合しましょう。
Alright, see you guys in the dining room at 7.
魔界殿が振る舞ってくれるというイギリス料理、楽しみなのである。
I eagerly await Sir Mystic's English breakfast.
でもイギリス料理ってなんだろうね。フィッシュ&チップスしか思い浮かばないんだけど。
Ugh, like, what even is English food? All I know is fish and chips or whatever. No, English breakfast is gonna be like sausage, and then beans and toast, some eggs, some ham.
うなぎのゼリー寄せとか有名だよ。あまり女性が好む見た目じゃないけど。
Some spotted dick or whatever. I don't know if that's a breakfast food. I'm just saying. Their jellied eels are a delicacy, right? Though I'm not sure a girl like you would find it very appetizing.
へえ、島から帰ったら調べてみようっと。
Huh? I'll Foogle it once I'm off this island. Foogle. That's great.
さすがに眠いな。
Yawn. I'm bushed.
俺は寝る前に上でシャワーを浴びてくることにするぜ。また明日な。
Think I'll head upstairs and shower before turning in. Catch you in the AM.
あ、待ってヤマトちゃん。うちも行くから2人で入ろう。さっき見てきたけど2人でも余裕の広さだしさ。
Wait up, Rowdy. I'll come with. We can take a bath together. Just checked it out. The tub's stupid huge.
まあ順番待ちってのも面倒だしな。別に構わないぜ。
Waiting for the bath to free up the drag, so sure. I'm fine with you hopping in.
そういえば美食さんと相部屋らしいけど、もともと知り合いだったわけ？
Oh, BT Dubs. You're sharing a room with Gourmet, right? Do you, already know each other or something?
おう、姉さんには昔から世話になっててな。
Yeah, she's been looking after me for a while now. Rowdy and Downtown head upstairs as they continue chatting together.
おっと、食堂に忘れ物をしてしまったようだ。取りに行ってくるから、 二人は自分の部屋に戻っていてくれ。
Ah, I've left something in the dining hall. I shall go fetch it. Prithee retire to your chambers in the meantime.
君なら大丈夫だとは思うけど、単独行動だから一応気をつけてね。
I'm sure you of all people will be fine on your own, but be careful just in case, okay?
もし何かあれば探偵デバイスに連絡をください。
If anything happens, message me on my D-pad.
ははは、それは我のセリフである。お主らのピンチにはいつでも駆けつけるから必ず呼ぶのだぞ。
Ha ha ha! You have our roles reversed. Call upon me in your hour of need, and I shall rush to your aid without hesitation.
それではまた明朝に食堂で。
I rest you merry. We shall meet again in the dining hall when next the sun rises.
おやすみ、武装さん。
It'd be so unfortunate if some kind of murder was to take place in between now and then. Right. Good night, Armor.
じゃあ僕は2階の部屋だから、僕もここで。
My room's on the second floor, so I'll just be heading up now.
飛躍くん、今日は本当にいろいろとありがとう。
Hey, Doleful. Thanks for everything today.
こちらこそだよ。明日からもよろしく。
No, thank you. Let's be sure to keep this up tomorrow.
あれ、ムノ君目が赤いよ。大丈夫？
Hmm? Competent, your eyes look red. Are you alright?
どうしたんだろ
Huh? I wonder why. I try to look at my face in the reflection of my D-pad, but I can't make anything out. My eyes must be bloodshot or something. Oh no, not only is Ideal Detective a ghost, but she actually has like possessed his body. And this is how it manifests. Red eyes or something. Oh shit. It's happening.
きっと疲れてるんだね。今日はもうゆっくり眠るといいよ。
Body possession technique. You're probably just tired. Go get some rest.
う。そうするよ。おやすみ、飛躍くん。
Yeah, I will. Night, Doleful.
おやすみ。また明日。
Good night. See you tomorrow. I leave Doleful and head to the first floor room where Holmes was intended to stay. Oh, it's even just so, like, it makes so much sense that he's using Doleful, or, Ideal's room because she's inside of it. I exit the room and head down the hall until I reach 3 doors, one of which leads to my accommodations.
一人になった途端、なんだか一気に眠たくなってきたな。
Now that I'm alone, I finally feel sleepy. My anxiety must be calming down. I'm pretty confident that I'll knock out the second my head hits the pillow. I feel a little guilty using the room meant for Holmes, but I'm grateful all the same. Fighting to stay awake, I open the door.
やあ、随分と長く話し込んでいたね、ワト君。
My goodness me, Watto. Certainly did take your time. Huh? There's no way I should be hearing that voice right now. Within the guest room is a large bed. Upon it sits Holmes, smiling gleefully.
やあ、随
Oh!
分と長く話し込んでいたね、ワト君。
She's got that ghostly aura around her. She's got that ghostly sparkle. Her skin radiating white. Oh man, I called it so bad. I mean, it seemed it's obvious at some point. My goodness me, Watto. You certainly did take your time.
他の探偵たちと打ち解けたようで安心したよ。純能力の高さは幼い頃から変わらないな。
I'm relieved to see you've opened up to the other detectives. You're just adaptable as you were in your childhood.
サイカちゃん。
Psyche? No, couldn't be. She died right in front of me. I'm sure of it. Drenched in blood, her limbs gashed. It was a horrid, hopeless death.
まるで死人と出くわしたような顔をしてどうしたんだ？まあ実際私は死人なのだから間違っていないのだが。
What's wrong? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Though, to be fair, I am dead, so I suppose that's technically true. Gasp. Whoa. From the bed, Holmes gently floats into the air. What's more, her body slightly translucent to the point where I can see the wall behind her. Ghost. What is this? What's going on? My drowsiness is gone in an instant, yet I feel like I'm already dreaming. No, wait, that's it. This is a dream. It has to be. Yeah, I'll just pinch my cheek and... Darn it, I don't have the strength to make it hurt. Alright, once more, with all my might.
痛い夢じゃない
Ow, 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 ow.
そんな
Ouch. This isn't a dream. But how?
おいおい、いきなり自傷行為に走ってどうしたんだ？それほどまでに私が姿を見せない間、寂しかったのか？
Now, why a sudden act of self-harm? Has my absence caused you that much distress?
頭でも撫でてやりたいところだが、今の私の手では君の体をすり抜けてしまうらしい。
I'd
ワト
give you...
君、どうだ？私の手が頭をすり抜けている今、何かを感じるか？
I'd give you a pat for comfort, but I fear I'd just pass right through. How's this, Watto? Can you feel my hand sticking into your head?
いやその
Well...
その反応、何も感じてはいないらしいの？背後から急に触って驚かすなどのいたずらをできないとは残念だよ。
Evidently not. What a shame. I was still looking forward to coming up from behind and giving you a good scare.
霊体というのも不便なものだな、ワト君。
I tell you, Watto, being a ghost certainly has its inconveniences.
いや
Eek.
よ
Eek. I'm gonna save my voice and not repeat that.
おっと。
Oh, dear. There's that funky bass. Boom, 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 boom. No longer able to control myself, I let out an ear-splitting scream. Outside, I can hear what I assume is the pounding of footsteps fast approaching.
どうしたのだ無能殿。この武装探偵がお主を守りに参ったぞ。
Sir Incompetent! Are you in peril? 'Tis I, Armor Detective, here to protect you. Armor forcefully throws open the door. I slacken at the sight of my friend, sinking to the ground.
武装さんそのあれホームズさんが
Armor, look, it's Holmes!
ホームズ殿がどこにいるというのだ。
Lady Holmes, where is she?
見えませんかあなたのすぐ隣僕の前に
Can't you see her? She's right next to you. In front of me! Holmes stands directly before Armor and waves her hands, but he doesn't respond. What in the world could this mean? Is this all just a prank? Is everyone else in on it?
無能の兄さん無事か？
Incompetent, you alright, bro?
これ以上大切な仲間を傷つけられてたまるものか。我が政権の錆となれ悪しき者よ。
I'll be damned if I allow any more harm to befall my dear comrades. Come, malefactor, thou shalt become rust upon my blade. One person after another files into the room, but none of them notice Holmes. Slowly but surely, the situation I'm in begins to dawn on me.
そうに違いない僕は幻覚を見ているんだ
I see. Now I get it. I'm just hallucinating.
幻覚では先ほどの悲鳴はただの勘違いなのか。
Hallucinating? So all your screeching moments ago was no cause for alarm?
自分でもバカなことだって思うんだけど僕にはホームズさんの姿が見えているんだよ
Yeah, I know this is going to sound silly, but for some reason I can see Holmes.
武装さんの隣にいるんだけれど見えないよね
She's right by your side, Armor. Though you can't actually tell, can you?
我の隣に我の声が届いているか。ホームズ殿、話したいことが山ほどあるのである。姿を見せてくれ。
By my side? Can you hear my voice, Lady Holmes? I've many a query for you. Pray, reveal yourself to me.
ああ、届いているよ。最後までゆっくり話せなくてすまないな。嘘く。
Yes, I can hear you. It's regrettable that we were unable to finish our discussion, Armor. The ghost has a bitter smile on her troubled face as she apologizes. No matter how much I stare, she really does look just like Holmes. It has to be a delusion born of my guilt, but the level of accuracy is honestly frightening. To think I've become this mentally invested.
お騒がせしてしまってごめんなさい。
Sorry for causing a scene.
まあ無事ならよかったぜ。
You're not supposed to say sorry, remember? Main thing is you're safe.
ただ気はしっかり持てよ。俺も山でよく経験したんだけどよ。精神的に参ってる時は何でもないものが恐ろしく見えちまうもんなんだ。
Just keep that head skirt on. I've seen this happen out in the wilderness before. Even normal stuff seems freaky when your brain's all jumbled.
幽霊の正体見たりカレーおばさんってな。
You'll end up making phantoms out of mold. You'll end up making phantoms out of mold hills.
ありがとう、ヤマトさん。でも最後のはきっとカレーオバナだと思う。
Thanks, Rowdy, but I think the expression is making mountains out of molehills. I feel a bit uneasy correcting her mistake. An angry Rowdy is way scarier than any phantom.
本
Phantasm.
当に幻覚なのか、無能探偵。
Was it truly just hallucination, competent detective?
はい。多分。
Huh? Yes, I think so. Mystic stares me down skeptically. Seems I'm under suspicion, but that's only natural after I gathered everyone here with my screaming, just to write it off as a delusion. I've got to be careful. Even I think my words sound dubious. If this keeps up, I'll lose what trust I have in no time.
何か勘違いしているようだから言っておくが、私は幻覚などではないぞ。
I'd like to make this clear since you seem to be mistaken, but I'm not a hallucination, you know. Holmes' face suddenly appears from behind Mystic. Startled as I am, I hide it from my face and whisper quietly to myself.
僕の心を読むなんて、やっぱり幻覚だ。もう惑わされないぞ。
Mind reading too? Yeah, I'm definitely hallucinating. I'm not falling for it.
全部表情に出ているじゃないか。心など読まずとも簡単に言い当てられる。まあどうやら本当に心を読むことも可能なようだが。
Your face says it all. It's easy to surmise your thoughts even without reading your mind, though it seems I am, in fact, able to do so.
疑わしいというなら、君がまだ知らないはずの上の部屋の宿泊者も言い当ててみせようか。
If you still doubt me, how about I tell you who's sleeping in the room above? I'd wager you don't know the answer to that one.
先ほど壁をすり抜けて確認してみたのだが、隣が武装君で、上がヤマト君と美食君ペアの部屋だよ。本人に確かめてみるといい。
I passed through the walls a moment ago to check. Armor's next door while Rowdy and Gourmet are above. Care to confirm with them? I don't like the idea of this hallucination manipulating me, but it can't hurt to make sure. She's probably wrong anyway. Time to get this sorted out.
ヤマトさん、武装さん、二人が宿泊する部屋ってどこですか？
So, Rowdy? Armor? Which rooms are you two staying in?
唐突だな。ちょうど真上の部屋だけど、それがどうかしたか？
Kind of an out of the blue question, but the one right above us. What's it to you?
我はお主の隣だぞ。
My chamber is right beside yours.
もし誠に恐ろしいものと遭遇したとしても、今回のようにすぐさま駆けつけてみせるから安心してほしいのである。
Should you truly encounter a threat, I shall, as ever, hasten to your aid. Pray, set your mind at ease, good sir.
そうですか。
I see.
信用したかな？
Do you believe me now? Holmes wears the same impish grin she had when she was alive, plus the same face, voice, and so forth. It's enough to make my head spin. My eyes and ears are playing tricks on me. This can't be the real Holmes. She was killed, murdered in cold blood, right before my very eyes.
大丈夫か？無能の兄さん。顔色が悪すぎてナスビみたいだぜ。
All good there, bro? You're so pale, you look like the inside of an eggplant.
ごめん。やっぱり僕疲れてるみたいだ。もうおとなしく寝ることにするよ。
Sorry, guess I really am exhausted. I ought to get a good night's rest.
それがいいのである。大きな事件の後は 疲れが一気に来るものだしな。
'Twould be for the best. Weariness oft sets in after a harrowing ordeal.
武装探偵の言う通りだ。無能探偵。今のお前は心に余裕がなさすぎる。
Armor detective is right, competent. Your mind has been pushed to its limits.
もし耐えきれなくなった時は、私に全てを話すといい。私ならば、お前の不安も少しは取り除けよう。
Should it ever be too much to shoulder, you are welcome to confide in me. I shall do my utmost to ease your burden.
無能君は無事ですか？
Are you alright, incompetent?
無能先輩の手足まだつながってる？
Still got all your limbs on, dude?
雰囲気で生きてることが分かってるからってさすがに不謹慎すぎるよ。
That's a little much, don't you think? You can clearly tell he's still alive.
もう庶民の分際で私を心配させるなんて許されませんわよ。
Nerve of this common rabble to cause me distress. How deplorable. Took around 15 minutes to explain the situation and apologize to the gathering crowd. After more or less wrapping things up, the others returned to their rooms and left me to my own devices. Or so I thought. That ghostly girl was still in front of me. After correctly locating the others' rooms, I'm starting to believe she's the real deal. If Holmes actually had survived, if I could get the chance to apologize to Saika, I'd be happy beyond words.
どれだけ嬉しいことか。嬉しいことを言ってくれるな。
Happy beyond words, Suppose it makes two of us.
そうやってまた心を読む。やっぱりあなたは幻覚ですね。
Reading my mind again. I guess I really am losing it.
早合点するんじゃない。私自身もまだ状況を理解しきれていないが、今の君と私は相当に特殊な状態なようだ。
No need to be hasty. Admittedly, even I don't fully understand the situation, but it seems to be something quite extraordinary.
いきなり登場して驚かせてしまったことは謝るよ。ちゃんと一から説明する。
My apologies for giving you such a fright. Allow me to explain from the beginning. Holmes speaks calmly as if there's nothing out of the ordinary about what's going on.
結論から言ってしまうと、おそらく私はサイカ・シャリンフォード・ホームズの残留思念だ。噛み砕いて言うなら幽霊ということになるかな。
To summarize, I, Saika Sharenfold Holmes, appear to be a residual memory of sorts. Or, to put in simpler terms, a ghost.
幽霊？そんなもの本当に存在するんですか？
A ghost? You mean they actually exist?
それはわからない。探偵の経験は豊富な私も幽霊歴は2時間弱だ。私にもわからないことばかりだから質問攻めは勘弁してくれ。
Who can say? While I may be a seasoned detective, I've only been a ghost for 2 hours. Just as clueless as you, so please, save your inquiries.
ただ、それ以外に説明ができないから残留思念という言葉を使わせてもらったというだけだよ。
Since I'm hard-pressed to describe it in any other way, however, I've opted to go with the term residual memory.
適当すぎませんか？説明できないから仮説で物事を考えるだなんて。
Isn't that a little careless? Relying on hypotheticals for things you can't explain, I mean?
君は探偵小説を愛読しているだろ。ホームズのこんな言葉を知っているかな？
You're a fan of mystery novels, yes? Then surely you're familiar with this Holmes quote.
ありえないことを全部排除してしまえば、後に残ったものがどんなにありそうもないことであっても真実に他ならない。
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
つまり目の前の現実をもとに可能性を一つ一つ潰していき、最後に残った可能性は事実なんだよ。たとえどんなに非現実に思える可能性であってもね。
In other words, once the facts have disproven all other options, that which remains must be fact, no matter how unrealistic it appears. That line comes from the second Sherlock Holmes story, The Sign of the Four, where Watson is befuddled by a seemingly impenetrable room. Watson then notices a possibility he had overlooked, that the criminal had escaped outside without ever touching the floor. It was a quintessential approach for Holmes, who presented conclusion after conclusion that common sense would never produce.
確かにホームズは 一見ありえないような真実も推理していきますけど、それと今の状況に何の関係が？
True, Sherlock does seem to deduce truth that seem impossible at a glance. But what does that have to do with this?
シャーロック・ホームズだって別に何の根拠もなく推理しているわけじゃない。目の前で起きた現実、結果から導き出せる過程について仮説を立てているんだ。
Sherlock Holmes doesn't make baseless deductions. Rather, he observes the facts, then derives the process from the results to form his hypothesis.
このアブダクションとも呼ばれる思考法を私は同じホームズの名を背負う者として実践している。
As a bearer of his family name, I also practice his method of hypothesis-based inference known as abductive reasoning.
だけど幽霊だなんてそんな。
But to conclude, you're a spirit. It's hard to believe.
それでも今目の前で起きたことこそが真実なんだよ。真実から目を背けず、まずは受け入れなければ何も話は前に進まない。
And yet, the truth has occurred before our very eyes. Progress cannot be made if we avert our eyes from reality.
私も幽霊や霊魂などは信じない口だったのだが、今の自分の状況を考える限り、自分が残留思念、あるいは霊の類だと仮定しなければ説明できないからな。
I didn't believe in the paranormal either, but in my current predicament, I can only assume I'm a spirit or residual memory or what have you.
少しは私の飛躍した推理について納得してもらえたかな。
My hypothesis may seem far-fetched, but I do hope you're beginning to accept it. Well... There's no arguing with her. I don't have any convincing counter-theories to offer. Given this isn't one big hallucination, there's no other explanation besides what Holmes has proposed.
まずは受け入れるしかないのか。ホームズさんの霊が目の前に現れたというこの現実を。
First things first, I need to come to terms with this, that Holmes' spirit really has appeared before me.
真面目だな、ワト君は。
You're an awfully dour sort, Watto. Holmes lets out a chuckle as I clutch my head in my hands.
まあ、いきなり死んだはずの女が出てきたら驚いて当然だ。
To be fair, it's only natural to be taken aback when a girl who supposedly died suddenly appears before you.
ただ一つ言わせてもらうと、君の目には冷静に見えているだろうが、こう見えて私だって今の状況には少しばかり困惑しているんだぞ。
Alright, so, let me finish. One thing I'd like to note, however, while I may seem calm on the outside, I too am quite bewildered by this turn of events. Okay, so we were painted at the beginning that as a little girl, she was killed in an incident which spurred Watto to want to become a detective, right? And then when he sees her, he's like, how are you still alive? And she's like, what are you talking about? And that was kind of left as a mystery. What if her ability is to become like a spirit, a residual spirit, as it says, or whatever, a ghost, for simplest terms. And then after she dies, and then after some certain amount of time or some condition, she's then able to be essentially revived. But she loses certain memories, like maybe the memories of the fact that she did become a residual spirit or something. So then that would explain why she seemingly died beforehand. Watto had said he had seen it, then she came back, and she's like, what do you mean? I recognize you, and that was me, and you saved me and everything. And but she has no memories that she actually died and then came back. And then he's like, what? How could you be here? And now we're kind of like seeing it again, maybe? That would at least, I mean, it's a funky thing, a situation, but at least it would kind of explain then what happened in the past, now what's happening now. Like, then maybe towards the end of this game, you see her come back as like a full-on alive person again. It's gonna be an epic moment when she's corporeal again.
そうなんですか?
Wait, really? If anything, she seems more vibrant than when she was alive. That's exactly why I can't let go of my lingering doubts.
当たり前さ。 ふと気づけば
Hiccup there.
私はワト君の頭上でふわふわと浮いていたな。
But of course, by the time I came around, I was already floating above your head.
地に足はつかず、何にも触れられず、誰も自分に気づく様子がない。その上、鎖で結びつけられたみたいにワト君の周囲から離れることができない。
My feet hover above the ground, I can't touch a thing, and no one else can see me. Moreover, it's as if I'm bound to you by an invisible chain.
そんな状態に陥って冷静でいられると思うか？
Do you truly believe I could remain composed given all that?
絶対にいられません。
No, there's no way.
きっと僕なら手当たり次第みんなに声をかけて一人混乱するばかりで何も考えられずにいたと思います。
If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't know what to think. Would have called out to everyone I could find and worked myself into a panic.
私もついワト君に声をかけてしまったよ。その時わずかに反応があったから、君なら姿が見えるかもしれないと思ってな。
I couldn't help but call out to you either. Your slight reaction at the time had me thinking that you might be able to see me.
だから君が一人になるのをこそこそと待ち続けていたというわけさ。
And so, I've been waiting quietly this whole time to catch you alone.
そういえばエントランスで話している時に声を聞いたような気がしたけど、本人だったんですね。
Now that you mention it, I did feel as if I heard your voice in the entrance hall. So it really was you.
驚かせてすまない。さすがの私も相当にテンパっていたんだよ。
Forgive me for startling you. I must admit I was nearly at my wit's end by that point.
そしてみんなが話していた断片的な情報を整理していくにつれて、現実を理解することができたんだ。
As you all recounted the events, I began to piece together the reality of the situation.
自分が例の黒いメカに殺され、肉体を失い、意識だけの状態になったという現実をな。
That reality being that I had been killed by that black machine, that my physical form was lost, leaving only my consciousness behind. I gulp involuntarily. It isn't simply that Holmes is ordering me to accept reality, rather, I'm coming to terms with something as complex as death. Despite being the same age, I am once again made aware of how different we are as individuals.
悲しくないんですか？
Aren't you sad?
悲しいって何がだ？
Whatever about?
だって死んじゃったんですよ。もう生き返れないんですよ。それに死んだ原因は投稿した僕らが不甲斐なかったせいなのに。
I mean, you died. You can't come back to life. What's more, you were killed because the rest of us were too useless to help.
顔を上げてくれ、ワト君。
Stiff upper lip, Watto. Holmes moves delicately toward me. Her stern expression softens as she continues speaking.
まあ、何が起きているかはともかく、今は再会を喜ぼう。私は君の幻覚ではないし、こうして会話もできている。
Whatever the circumstances, let us cherish this reunion. I'm no illusion. Two of us are genuinely able to converse with each other.
私たちの絆は、死をもってしても分かつことはできなかったということだ。
Not even
これ
death.
ほど嬉しいことが他にあるか？
Not even death could Not even death could sever our bond. What could be more joyous than that? Holmes speaks in a quiet tone. Her voice truly is the same one I remember hearing not too long ago. Her expression exudes wisdom and wit, with a tinge of innocence mixed in. The trace of Saika, a girl I've seen so many times in my dreams, grew more and more pronounced.
本当にホームズさんなんですね。
You really are Holmes.
だから何度もそう言っているじゃないか。私は正真正銘、君の友人、サイカ・シェリンフォード・ホームズ、本人だよ。
That's what I've been insisting this entire time. Truly is me, your dear friend, Saika Sharonfold Holmes. Holmes' words moved me, albeit belatedly. I was sure she had died. There were so many things I wanted to tell her. I thought I'd never see her again. But now she's here, smiling before me. That's all I can really ask for.
お帰りなさい、ホームズさん。
Welcome back, Holmes.
ただいま、ワトク。
It's good to be back, Watto. It doesn't matter if she's a ghost or a residual something or other. Holmes has returned. For now, I'll let myself be happy. Happy that I was able to reunite with someone dear to me.
あれ
Uh-huh.
おっと、気が抜けて眠たくなってきたのか？
Oh, my. Have you grown tired?
私が君と結びついている
I'm
理由
faded.
についても語ろうと思ったのだが、明日にした方が良さそうだな。
I was going to share my thoughts on why it is I'm bound to you, but I suppose I can wait until tomorrow.
ただ、眠るなら電気を消してベッドへ移動してくれよ。
Though if you're planning to sleep, you may want to turn off the lights and get into bed.
何でもすり抜けてしまう私では、君をベッドに運ぶことはおろか、照明を切ることもできないからな。
My body phases through everything, so I won't be able to carry you over and tuck you in.
はい、そうします。
Oh, right. I'll do that. I flip the switch, plunging the room into complete darkness. My drowsiness is quickly overtaking me. Can't fight it off any longer. My eyelids fall shut as I hit the bed. My consciousness grows distant, but I can swear I hear a voice from far away.
ここから君の運命はもっと過酷になるだろう。
From here on, your fate will be a cruel one.
頑張れよ、ワトク。
Give it your very best, Watto. I'll give my best. I can hear a voice speaking from somewhere. It's the voice of a man, echoing angrily in the drab, dusty darkness.
何度この実験を続けるつもりだよ。
Just how many times do you intend to repeat these experiments?
ずっと正義を信じてあんたについてきたが、もう限界だ。
I followed along because I believed it was the just thing to do, but this is my limit.
この組織は腐りきってやがれ。何より最大の海はあんただ。
This entire organization is rotten, and you're the most putrid rot of all. His outrage bounces off the walls, causing them to tremble. I can tell just how truly furious he is. But what about?
ワトク、こっちだよ。
Watto, over here. Someone tugs at my hand from behind, and I turn around. The one pulling me appears to be a young girl. I can't make her face out in the darkness. Nevertheless, her warmth feels familiar. I know this girl.
どうしたの？気づかれる前に早く行こう。
What's wrong? Well, we need to get out of here quickly before they notice us.
ごめん、聞こえてくる声が気になって。
Sorry, those voices have me curious.
気持ちはわかるけど、逃げること優先だよ。ほら、急いで。
I understand, but escaping is our top priority right now. Come on, hurry! The girl pulls my hand and begins running, but I want to listen longer. As we move, I keep my sight directed towards the sounds.
俺の目の前で何人死んだかわかるか。この手で何人殺したか知ってるか。毎晩ガキどもに夢枕に立たれるんだよ。助けて、助けてってな。
How many have died right in front of me? How many have I killed? Those brats show up in my sleep every night, begging to be spared.
俺にはもう耐えられねえ。これ以上ガキを追い込めってんなら、あんたが自分でやれよ。
I can't take this shit anymore. If you want to keep forcing kids into this, do it yourself.
あんたは、いや、どいつもこいつもイかれてやがる。あんたも、この組織の探偵どもも、全員な。
You. No, everyone is insane, god damn it. You, this organization, the detectives, every last one of you. Huh. We enter a dim passageway and the voices become inaudible. An ice cold breeze blows through my legs, causing my body to shiver. It's freezing. My legs won't move, or is it that my body's refusing to keep going? An intense pain shoots through my head, and I fall to my knees. I have no idea what's happening to my body, but oddly enough, I'm certain of one thing. Something horrific awaits us ahead.
ワト君、大丈夫？
Watto, are you alright? The girl calls out to me in the darkness. I really can't see her face at all. The touch of her hand is the only indication that she's standing right in front of me.
大丈夫。きっと私たち家に帰れば。
It's alright. We'll definitely make it home.
帰ったら
Once we're back. Huh? Her voice cuts in and out like a radio with a weak signal. Before long, the warmth of her hand is gone.
待って。
Wait. Panicking, I dash further into the passage, as if I were chasing after her. My frenzied footfalls ring out through the impenetrable darkness. The voices I had heard earlier are gone. A feeling of complete and utter isolation washes over me, like I'm the only person left on Earth. I can't help but cry out.
行かないで。僕を一人にしないで。
Don't go. Please, don't leave me alone. As I continue on, a light appears ahead of me. I run toward it with all my strength. I run. And run. Until ahead of me, I see the familiar sight of the entrance hall. Wait, this is... What happened to the passageway I'd just been running down? Where is the girl who was with me? Why am I in the manor? Did I somehow arrive here at some point? The inside of my head burns with agony. I can't shake the feeling that something terrible is happening.
安心しろ、ワト君。君は正常だ。
At ease, Watto. This is all to be expected. Holmes descends the staircase from the second floor. I'm relieved to finally see a friendly face.
ホームズさん。僕は一体。
Holmes, what's going on with me?
まあ落ち着け。深呼吸でもして自分の記憶をゆっくりと辿ってみるといい。
Now, calm yourself. Take a deep breath and take your time remembering. As instructed, I take a deep breath and try to recall what had happened. That's right. After I bumped into Holmes' spirit in my room, we spoke until I got sleepy.
なんだ、夢の中か。まあ、そうに決まってるよね。
Wait, am I in a dream? That must be it.
半分正解で半分不正解だ。
You're half right and half wrong. Ouch. I yelp as Holmes flicks my forehead. Uh-huh. That hurt. What the?
どうして夢の中なのに痛みが。
If this is a dream, why can I feel pain?
私の思念は君と深く結びついているようでな。心を読むに始まり、こうして同じ夢を見ることも可能だし、夢の中なら君の意識に干渉することも可能なんだ。
Our minds are closely intertwined, it seems. You can read your thoughts, enter your dreams, and even interfere with your perception.
意識に干渉？
Interfere with my perception?
噛み砕いて言えば、触れたり痛みを与えたりすることもできるというわけだよ。お望みとあらば、その分からず屋の頭にもう一発お見舞いしてみせようか。
Simply put, I'm able to touch and hurt you. If you don't believe me, shall I give that thick skull of yours another smack?
わかりました、わかりました。すっごくわかりました。夢の中でならお話できるってことですね。
I get it. Really, I do. Your reprimands get physical when you're in my dreams.
エグザクトリー。賢い頭にはデコピンではなく、なでなでをしてあげよう。
Precisely. Such a clever boy deserves a pat rather than a punch. She lays a hand on my head as she speaks. Her kind touch reminds me of how lifelike Holmes seems right now. Oh, to be patted on the head by ideal detective. Of course, the situation is objectively unreal. I'm a bit ashamed at how easily I'm willing to believe any of this is true.
さてワト君、重要なのはここからだ。君は今見ているこの光景をどう思う？
Now then, Watto, this is the important part. What do you make of the scene before you?
どうって。
What do I make of it? This is the entrance hall to the manor, exactly as I've known it. The level of detail is almost too incredible to be a dream. It's hard not to be impressed at my mind for making it.
特に何も思いませんけど。 何かあるんですか?
I don't notice anything in particular. Is there something here?
やはりまだ見えていないか。
As I thought, you still lack the proper foresight. Holmes takes my hand and walks toward the entrance, pulling me along.
ワト君、私と思念が結びついたということは、君の脳にも強い変化が生じたということだ。
Watto, the deep connection our psyches share has resulted in major changes to your brain.
具体的に言えば、生前の私が扱えた特殊な能力を君も使いこなせるということに他ならない。
In more concrete terms, I have no doubt that you've gained access to the special ability I possessed while I was alive.
特殊な能力? 何ですかそれ? さっきから頭痛がするばかりで、体には特に変化も見られませんけど。
Special ability? What ability? My head's been pounding for a while, but I haven't noticed any changes to my body.
それはどうかな。足元に何かを感じないかい?
I wonder, can you feel anything at your feet? My feet? Now that she mentions it, I do feel something touching my foot. I look down to inspect it. And what I see is... What? I finally process what's touching me. It's Downtown's arm, stiff like a porcelain doll. Her hand is coated in a dark liquid, leaving a crimson red handprint where she made contact. Excuse me? I heave as the metallic stench hits my nose, but since this is dream, I have nothing in my stomach to vomit out. What? It isn't just Downtown Detective. The other detectives I've met lie in a heap upon the floor like figurines toppled from a shelf. Among them is Doleful, prone and lifeless. Rowdy's hand stretches toward me as she foams at the mouth, her eyes rolled up and unmoving. Doleful! Everyone! I rush to Doleful and check for a pulse, but feel nothing. I hear no voices nor breathing aside from my own. Not one of them is showing even a single sign of life. Downtown's face, which usually wore such a carefree smile, is frozen and contorted in anguish as blood still trickles down it. She was so full of energy just last night. The thought brings me to tears. It's unforgivable. Who could do something so horrendous?
君にも見えたのかい。悲劇の結末。
Seems you too have now seen how this tragedy plays out. Holmes walks over to me as I stand rooted in place. Upon seeing her face, I'm finally able to regain some composure.
焦ったりしてバカだな、僕は。ホームズさん、これは夢なんですよね。僕よりずっと優秀なみんなが皆殺しに遭うなんて、そんな。
Silly me, getting all worked up. This is just a dream, right? These people outshine me in every way. They would never get massacred like this.
繰り返しになるが、半分正解で半分不正解だ。これは夢であり、夢じゃない。
At the risk of repeating myself, you're half right and half wrong. This is a dream, but also not.
どういう意味ですか？はっきりと教えてください、ホームズさん。
What's that supposed to mean? Please, just tell me outright, Holmes. Holmes flashes her coldest smile yet. The tone of her voice as she answers sends shivers down my spine.
これはこの先で起こりうる未来の悲劇。君は悲劇を予知する能力を手に入れたんだよ。
This is a tragedy that could occur in the future. You've gained the ability to foresee such events. I wake up on my bed. The morning sun shines through the window, filling the dusky room with light. My whole body's soaked from night sweats, but despite just waking up, my wits remain sharp. Feels less like I was sleeping and more like I simply opened my eyes.
夢?
Was that all a dream? My hands tremble as the tragic scene I had witnessed moments ago flashes through my mind. I was definitely there just now. I saw Downtown Detective's corpse, my hands soaked in blood. felt far too real to be a dream. Could that really have been a potential future tragedy, like Holmes said?
そうだ。ホームズさん。ホームズさんは。
Oh, that's right. Holmes. Holmes! Holmes and I had been speaking in my dream, but now she's nowhere to be seen. I calm down and my confusion begins to fade. As it does, the absurd events that took place when I entered this room, not to mention in my sleep, feel more and more like an illusion.
そっか。そうだよね。ホームズさんは死んだんだ。きっと昨日のホームズさんと話したことも含めて、全部夢だったんだ。
That's right. Holmes died. Everything that happened last night, including me talking to her, it was all just in my head.
そもそも死んだ人が霊になって僕の前に現れるだなんてあるわけがないしね。
After all, there's no way someone who died could reappear as a ghost right before my eyes.
おはよう、ワト君。いい夢は見れたかな？
Good morning, Watto. I do hope your dreams are pleasant. Holmes' body pops out of the ceiling. I suppress my shrieking before another manages to burst out. Talk about a close one. I was on the brink of getting the other detectives all worried about me again.
どうして天井から体を飛び出してきたんですか？
Did you really have to fly out of the ceiling? She's so wacky, dude.
美食君の寝相がなかなかユニークだったが、聞きたいかい？
I was merely checking on the others on the upper floor. Gourmet has a funny way of sleeping. Care to hear about it?
興味ないです。女性の部屋を覗くだなんて探偵失格ですよ、ホームズさん。
No thanks. Peeping into women's rooms is a great way to get decommissioned as a detective, Holmes.
おやおや、青少年のくせにロマンがないな。幽霊になったのだから覗きの一つや二つしたくなるのが人情。
Oh my god. I only just now noticed something. I'm such an idiot. One second, I'll read this. My, you certainly lack a sense of romantic adventure for one so young. As a ghost, it's only natural to peep on people here and there. Alright, I'm gonna say this, but I need people who hear this to not judge me too hardly. Obviously, I knew Ideal, her name was Holmes. Oh, you know, Sherlock Holmes, yada yada. I didn't piece it together then. That Watto is like Watson. I only just now put that together. I only linked it because every time I heard Watto as a name, I thought, oh, that's a silly name. Isn't there a Star Wars character named Watto that's like a joke character? But I never thought Watto Watson until just now, and I'm like, oh, that... God. And I could have said nothing. I could have not have pointed that out. And we all just would have just assumed, everyone watching would have just assumed that I caught the obvious reference and we would have been fine. But I'm saying it in confidence that no one's actually going to judge me too hardly. Watson. Watto. They pull it off so closely as to not give it off until it actually... I probably should have realized the moment she said her name is Holmes, or called me Holmes, like, and now they're linked. Oh, man. Oh, man. I think I read it. As a ghost, it's only natural to peep on people here and there.
まあ許してくれよ。あんな強烈な余地を見た後だからな。サプライズで少しでも気分を紛らわせてやろうと思ったんだ。
Forgive me. After the graphic premonition you witnessed, I thought a little surprise might be a welcome diversion.
気持ちだけ受け取っておきます。
I appreciate the thought. I suppose Holmes' prank did distract me from my mental panic somewhat. I recall what I saw in my dream with a clear mind. All the detectives dead upon the floor, the stench of blood, their faces contorted in anguish, and Holmes warning me that the future holds this catastrophe in store.
ホームズさん、夢で話したこと
Watson.
覚えていますか？
Holmes, do you remember what we talked about in my dream?
もちろん覚えているよ。夢で話した通り、私は君の心を読めるから、君が今
I
何
can't
を
help but
考え
laugh
てい
at
るか
myself.
分かっている。
Of course I remember. As I said, I can read your mind, so I know what you're thinking right this moment.
信じたくないんだろだが諦めろ夢の中で語ったことは全て真実だ
You refuse to believe it, don't you? Enough of that. Everything we spoke of during that dream is true.
私が有していた未来予知の能力エンドシーイングに君は確かに目覚めているそして予知した未来が例の全滅の結末だ
Now, you're aware of the denouement, the ability I had to predict the future, and, as we saw, the predicted future we face is death for all.
予
Don't
知だ
say
なんてそんな
denouement.
どういう原理でできるんですかそもそも
You
なんでいきなり
uncultured
僕にそんな
swine.
力が突然すぎて頭が追いつきませんよ
Predict the future? Come on, how would that even work? And why do I have this ability all of a sudden? My brain can't keep up with this.
さあな私も理屈まではわからない
Yes, well, can't say I understand the principles behind it myself.
わからないってそんな
You can't? Then how?
当たり前のようにできることに理屈など求めないだろ君は呼吸をする際にどんなプロセスを経て息を吸い込み体内に酸素が行き渡るか説明できるのか
When a thing comes naturally, you don't question the process behind it, do you? You breathe, but can you explain how your body takes in oxygen?
いやそれは無理ですけど
No, I can't, but
そうだろ私にとってエンドシーイングも同じだ未来を読むことができるという事実が重要なのであって原理などどうでもいい
exactly. Same goes for my denouement. What matters is that it allows me to see the future. I have no interest in how it works.
それでいいんでしょうか
The perfect hand-waving, personality. Huh? That's one way to go about it. I get the feeling that I've been tricked by her silver tongue. Or is that just my imagination?
そんなことより今はもっと優先して考えなければならないことがあるだろ
At any rate, don't you think we should set our minds on a much higher priority right now?
優先して考えなければならないことって何ですか
Huh? What higher priority would that be?
君が見た惨劇をどうすれば回避できるかどうかさ
If and how we can prevent the tragedy you glimpsed, of course. Her words give me a start. She's right. There's no time to despair, not after the tragedy I've foreseen. Right now, I need to figure out what I can do to change that outcome. But how would I even start?
そのエンドシーイングとやらで予知した未来は変えることができるんですか
Is it possible to change whatever future this denouement ability predicts?
無論だよ私はもともと予知した惨劇を事前に阻止することで評価を上げてきた人間だからな
Naturally, predicting and preemptively stopping tragedy is how my reputation grew to begin with.
君だって積極的に行動を起こしていけばきっと未来を変えることができるはずだよ
If you act with conviction, I'm confident that you too can alter fate's design.
僕みたいな凡人が動いてなんとかなるものなんでしょうか
But I'm just a total nobody. What difference could I even make? Honestly, I'm not so sure. Even outside of her ability, Holmes was an incredibly gifted person. But me? Competent is literally in my name. There's no way I would have to have the power to change the future on my own.
一人で変える必要なんてないよ
There's no need to change it on your own.
どうして心の声を
What? How'd you know what I was... Oh.
君の心を読めると何度も言っているじゃないか
How many times must I remind you that I can read your thoughts?
風が吹けば桶屋が儲かるという話は知っているかな多くの人は自分が動いたところで何も変わらないと思っているが全くもってそんなことはない
A single pebble can tip a scale. Are you familiar with the saying? Many presume their deeds are of no consequence, but they couldn't be more wrong.
小さな波紋だって確実にどこかの水面を揺らし揺れた水面に呼応して別の動きにつながる
Even the smallest ripple will disturb the water's surface, in turn leading to other shifts elsewhere.
君の起こした波紋によって他の探偵たちも行動を起こしきっと本来以上の役割を果たして 未来を変えることができるさ。
So too will the ripples you make cause others to act, thereby playing a greater role in changing the future than they otherwise would have.
そんなものでしょうか。
Is that how it works?
そんなものだよ。
That is indeed how it works. Her eloquent words still seem to be leading me on, but I'll trust her for now. Either way, I wasn't planning to stand idly by.
それと未来を変えるのに有効なのは他の者の行動を変えることだな。
What's more, changing the actions of others will be the key to changing the future.
行動を変えるってどうやって？
Changing their actions. But how?
方法はいろいろさ。君を信頼する者なら頼んで変えてもらえばいいし、敵対する者なら力ずくで変えてやるのもいいだろう。
There are several ways. Those who trust you can simply be asked to adjust. Those who are hostile, however, may need to be forced into doing so.
それと死ぬはずだった運命の探偵を救うのも効果的だろうな。
Apart from that, it would probably be advantageous to save those detectives who are fated to die.
まさか、さすがにそんな状況誇り得ませんよ。
But what I saw, there's no way that could actually happen.
どうかな。この洋館は私もあまり訪れたことがなく、謎の仕掛けが多い。犯人がもしその仕掛けに通じていたのなら確実に利用してくるだろう。
Couldn't it? I've not been in this manor much, and there are many potential traps. Killer privy to this could easily use that against you.
以前も言ったが、今回の事件の黒幕は恐ろしく狡猾で用意周到だ。何が起ころうとも切り抜けられるよう覚悟しておいた方がいい。
As I said, the mastermind behind this is both prepared and frightfully cunning. Be ready to force the path through, no matter what happens.
私の二の鉄を踏まないためにも。
That way, you'll avoid repeating my mistakes. These words weigh especially heavily coming from the now deceased Holmes. I need to get myself together. Being reunited with Holmes has made me just a little too lax. Even she was no match for this adversary. I need to put my game face on if I'm going to tackle this.
ごめんなさい、ホームズさん。今の言葉、ちゃんと肝に銘じておきます。
I'm sorry, Holmes. I promise to take your words to heart.
その意気だよ、ワト君。
That's the spirit, Watto.
そして最後に一つ。これだけは守ってくれ。
There's just one more thing I want from you. Holmes' face grows stern as she speaks with a strong voice and clipped tones that I've never heard her use before.
私が見えること、私の能力を受け継いだことは絶対に誰にも言うな。
Sorry, I was sneezing there. Under no circumstances are you to tell anyone that you can see me, or that you've inherited my abilities.
どうしてですか？簡単には信じてもらえないとは思いますけど、もし本当だと証明できたら話がスムーズなのに。
Why not? It wouldn't be easy to convince them, but if we prove it's true, wouldn't that make everything much simpler?
バレてしまうと確実に消されるからだ。理由はおいおい説明していくから、今はとにかく私の言いつけを守ってくれ。
If anyone finds out, you're certain to be eliminated, Watto. I'll explain why in time, but for now, please, do as I say.
ほら、君にお客さんみたいだぞ。
Ah, do believe you have visitors. Now, interestingly enough, he already claimed that he could see her, so it must be something deeper where he's like, oh, if you're really insistent or they really do, if someone really does think you can see me, then you'd be eliminated. Like, there's gotta be something more than just that he had already potentially already claimed it, because then he would already be in trouble. Just then, someone knocks on the door. I open it to see Armor and Doleful. They've come to tell me that Mystics made breakfast.
ありがとう、二人とも。ちょっと汗をかいちゃったから、シャワーを浴びてから食堂に向かうよ。
Thanks, guys. I'm a little sweaty, so I'm gonna jump in the shower before heading to the dining room.
了解である。
Understood!
魔界さんの手料理すごく美味しそうだよ。先に行って食べてるね。
Mystic's home cooking is delicious. Just so you know, we'll go on ahead and get started. Once they leave, I take the towel prepared for me in my room and head to the bathroom on the second floor. But right at that moment,
ではシャワー室に向かうとしようか。
Off to the shower then, are we? For some reason, Holmes acts like tagging along is the normal thing to do here.
なんでついてくるんですか？シャワーを浴びるから部屋か食堂で待っていてください。
Huh? Why are you following me? I'm about to take a shower. Can't you wait in my room or at the dining table?
おいおい、君こそ何を言っている
Boom,
んだ。
boom, 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 boom,
私
boom,
は
boom,
君
boom,
から
boom.
離れることができないと初めに教えたじゃないか。
Oh, now listen to what you're saying. Didn't I tell you at the start that we can't be separated?
僕自ら離れようとしてもダメなんですか？
Huh? You mean you can't move away from me no matter how hard you try?
ああ、全くダメだな。まるで散歩紐でくくられたワンコのごとく、君の進む方角へ引きずられていってしまう。
So it would seem. Think of me as a dog on a leash. I simply get pulled along wherever you're heading.
まあ、見られて減るものでもないし、別に構わないだろ。
It's not as if it'll hurt if I see something. Besides, you don't mind anyway, do you? Oh, ideal. Oh, ideal, detective. You're so crazy.
構います。めちゃくちゃ構います。女性に見られながらシャワーを浴びるなんて恥ずかしいですよ。
You know how much it would suck to have like a ghost tethered to you? Every time you had to take a shit. The most uncomfortable time, you know, without thinking about it too hard. The most uncomfortable, like, moment that you do on like a daily basis. Like your most vulnerable moment is like when you take a shit and you're squatting on a toilet. And you just imagine like a ghost not only is tethered to you, has to watch you, but can see you, can read your mind while you do it. Can't say shit to you, like you can't say shit to the ghost. The ghost can just do it. You can't stop the ghost. It's harrowing. Of course I mind. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is to have a girl watch me shower? He hasn't thought about the toilet thing yet. Wait until he thinks about that.
仕方がない。
Then he's gonna be upset and embarrassed. Well, isn't that selfish of you? Fine then, I'll be waiting just outside. Okay. He's gonna be taking a shower. If he ever has any shower thoughts, she's gonna like be scooping him up, laughing at him probably.
ただ、一点だけ理解してくれ。繰り返しになるが、幽霊になった以上、覗きの一つや二つしたくなるのは仕方がないことなんだ。
But do remember that I'm a ghost now. Can't help it if I happen to sneak a peek every once in a while.
覗く気満々じゃないですか。
That sounds like you're already planning to. I think we'll actually call it there for the night as we're scene transitioning here. Hey, one quick thing. I used to say this a lot more frequently, but I'm gonna say it now. I haven't done it in forever. If on the odd chance you're watching this on YouTube, like YouTube VOD, just no, I'm not directing. I'm not implying you must or anything. But on the off chance that you want to see the streams, maybe it's not made super apparent. Maybe you don't know. But on the off chance that you want to see me play these games live on Twitch, this game, many other games I'm currently playing, the games that populate the YouTube VODs here, you want to watch any of those? You can watch live on Twitch. You want to participate in the chat? You want to be a part of the streams in any way, shape, or fashion? I stream almost once every day, except for like Thursdays. But generally, my schedule at this point has been almost every night on weekdays, night, weekends. Sometimes those move around, but days and nights on weekends sometimes. If you want to follow on Twitch, you could do that. Twitch channel's name is just bubmanXIV, bubman14 Roman numerals, bubmanXIV, just like the YouTube channel basically. I think the YouTube actually is slightly different. Oh yeah. See, I haven't said in so long, I forgot exactly what the YouTube URL is. YouTube URL is youtube.com/the bubman14 XIV, Roman numerals. Twitch is just twitch.tv/bubmanXIV, MICKEYMOUSE. So on the off chance, you can watch. You could throw a follow over there. That'd be appreciated. You could do that shit. Get notified then when I go live. Like I said, most weekday nights for a couple hours or so. Weekends, usually much longer. That's when I do my like 7-hour long Hollow Knight Silksong plays. Stuff of that nature. So just putting it out there. On the odd chance, Or if you're watching on YouTube, continue to watch it on YouTube. That's okay too. You do that. I get it. YouTube VODs, generally kind of easier to watch. It's on YouTube. They're all in there. They're nice packed in there. You don't have to catch live. When you stop watching a video, YouTube generally is pretty good at like bookmarking where you last left off. You know all that? That's good too. I appreciate you all the same. How the hell do I save this? There we go. We're going to call it a day. We call it a night. Day 2 morning in chapter 2. Tomorrow should be Higurashi reading. That's the plan. That'll be Tuesday. Wednesday, not so sure. I don't know what we're doing Wednesday night. I want to say I'll probably by then have a hankering to jump back into Silksong. But like I said, there's an off chance that I might still hold off on Silksong until Friday night. We'll see. But Wednesday will most likely be Silksong with an outside chance of it being more of this process of elimination. One thought I did have, I woke up and I was like starting to work and stuff, day job and all. And then I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh, it's already September 15th. We are like just about 2 weeks away from October. Generally, I've always done Spooktober streams through the month of October, picking 3 to 5 spooky or spooky adjacent games, fall, Halloween vibes type games. So I'm going to start collecting those. I already asked some friends for some ideas, and I got some good ideas for things. I generally, especially now, tend to try to get like smaller spooky Halloween games. So I can knock out quite easily and fit into the schedule, like amongst the rest of the stuff that we're still doing. Like I said, 3, 4, 5 games or so. Shorter experiences are nice. So since I threw it out to my friends, I'll put it out here on the very off extreme chance in the past, several years, if there was, or just this past year, if there was a spooky game of some sort that I should check out or that I missed so far. Because generally, I'm just because of the type of games, I generally don't play scarier, spooky games generally throughout the year. It's just one of my more major blind spots as far as genre of games. So I try to touch some of those kind of things, experiences in the month of October. So on the off chance anyone has some recommendation, I'm all ears. You can let me know any way, shape, or fashion. A YouTube comment, a Twitch comment, get a hold of me on a social media channel. You could do that. Fuck it. I don't care. That'd be cool. At me. Not on, don't at me on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore. Haven't been for a while. Hit me up at Blue Sky. BS. That's Blue Sky. Alright. I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you watching. Hope you're enjoying. Not, we read for like 2 hours. Doesn't seem like we hit a lot of progress. Obviously, we saw some story beats here. It's probably just like with Higurashi and Umineko before. It's because I'm letting the Japanese VA play beforehand. So it's a slow burn. It's a slow experience. I hope you don't mind. I think this is the best way of doing it. It also allows people to put if they want to catch the story and me read it horribly. They don't have to like read along. Just based off the Japanese VA, they can listen to me read it out loud and have me on like a background tab or something, you know. It's the best way. All right, I'm finally gonna head out. Have a nice rest of your night. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay well, as always. Do good. Be good. I will be back tomorrow with Higurashi. More reading. I just can't stop reading on the channel. Until then.